So here's a question, because I think the issue that we fall into with that is we fall into dicey territory, specifically
Mhm.
with the fact that Abilene was GSR positive, as was Murphy Braun. The statement
Yes.
of claim then would be, if we're like, let's say for example, on a shooting call, we have a suspect who opened fire on police, who was
Mhm.
incapacitated. You know, the question falls in line with, how can we prove that they were aware of the firearm being there? Because we can make the same claim for Abilene. We found a casing literally on top of her.
Mhm.
So what's to say otherwise that she was not aware?
Oh, so she would still under the knowingly edition, which is why I said we need 2 changes to the law, right? Knowingly, she would still be guilty of knowingly because she shot the gun, right? So she knowingly possessed it. She had to have. She pulled the trigger. But under duress would absolve her of she was doing it because she was threatened at knife point, gun point, whatever it is.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's 2 additions to the law that give you an out because of all the plantings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you can say, okay, now I don't believe you meet this condition for this charge because this situation arose.
Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be an addition. I think after hearing the John Paul recording, it set me into a tone of realization that even if he was telling a load of bullshit, his statement would still suffice the idea that the premeditation of doing this is possible.
Mm-hmm. People are obviously thinking about it. You hear people talking about planting and everything else, right? Like it's
It's not a foreign concept.
no. So clearly, if we keep doing things the way we're going to do them, then it's going to be what it is.
Yeah, you're right. The most I got to get is the phone subpoena. Still, I need to. I actually, I've never had to write one. I know we have to do it in our MDT. I don't know where we go. Actually, Barrett, do you know where we need to go in our MDT to?
I think
I
it
think
goes
there's
to like
a
something for like warrants, right? Because don't the judges have to sign it or some shit?
Yeah, there's like a process.
I don't get to see your guys' stuff in the MDT, so I don't fucking know.
No, it's all good.
might be a tag that makes it a certain way.
I know there's something for warrants because I got a screenshot of a warrant one time and it looked much, much different than your incident reports.
Oh, hold on a minute. Let me see. I got it. Let me, I'm gonna start this and then, go from there. I just have to create a report as a subpoena, and I believe then it works the same.
So how does that work? If we do push a charge, do you guys go and get a warrant for her arrest, or do we just post it to the docket and she shows up at court?
I mean, I guess that comes up to the idea if we believe she's.
Well,
Go ahead.
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it because it is
No,
a
I'm just
capital.
asking.
It's a capital offense, and she would have to go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
What's a capital?
I don't think it's capital,
Yeah.
but she gets a year. I'm
No,
calling it a
it's not
year.
capital.
Treason?
No,
No.
we're
Oh, brother, man, we're talking about the possession still.
Oh, never mind.
sorry.
I forget it.
No, I was saying if we decide to charge Abilene, do you guys post it to the docket or do you guys do a warrant, arrest her, and then
I think it would come down to if we believe she's violent. I think as a felony, we technically have to send her to prison. I'll talk to Captain Slacks about the regard of that. If we were to just have it submitted to the docket, if that would be a problem. I don't think that would be an issue, but I can confirm with the captain after.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Again, I'm not going to force you guys' hand on this one. My opinion is if you don't push it, I don't think we ever get a change. And
No, you're
I
right.
think we all want to change, and so unfortunately, it comes at the cost of someone's freedom for a period of time. And as tough as that
It's a
is to
difficult
say,
thing because there's
it is what
another
it
side
is.
of this coin. If we keep pushing for change on this,
Mhm.
and it's a side that I'm very passionate about, so I try and weigh it accordingly.
They still chatting?
Yeah,
I guess
and they're
so.
using up a lot of valuable time.
Yeah, I have a court case at 3:30. I really need to be at, so we need to hurry it up a little bit.
Isn't that late for you?
No,
All right.
I'm an insane person. You don't understand.
All right.
You know how Cornwood does real long shifts for the PD. I'm the Cornwood of the DOJ. Okay.
Oh boy, that's a flex, and I don't know if that's one to brag about.
No, it's not. It's not a flex.
It's pretty great though. I won't lie.
It's fun, but it comes with a lot of sleep deprivation and a lot of memory hazing and weaving into other memories. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, most
It's like,
definitely.
Did we talk about this? Yeah, we talked about it 3 times. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. Sure.
I've been there a lot of times.
You're not sure who you had what conversation with. You're like, oh, all right. Is what it is.
I'm actually writing out this phone subpoena now, so it's done. All right. Let's see. I might actually have this written up and done with sooner than I thought. This will be easy.
This is for Abilene's subpoena, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Depending on what we get in Slack statement, you probably want to do one for Ruth's. I'm assuming they talked about it in some way, shape, or form on the phone, but we'll see. We will see.
Um. Uh, uh,
Reviewing my questions, I feel like the beginning of this sounds more like a job interview than an interrogation.
is that a good thing or a bad thing? Probably a good. I don't know.
I think it's good because I think it'll put him at ease a little bit. Just going to be asking him about his, about his morals, foundation.
Am I a bozo? Hold on. Uh, Uh. Um. Three, 2, 5, 6. 3, 2, 5, 6.
At this point, we're pretty much just gonna have to start after storm. Like it's been in there like an hour.
That's what I mean.
I don't want to rush them, but I do want to go in and ask them.
Give them the old knock, knock, knock. We're here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, hold on.
Yell as loud as you can when entering.
Knock, 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 knock. Stepping in real
yeah,
quick.
coming. Yeah,
Hey.
Hey, just looking for an ETA. No rush.
we're ready. Oh yeah, we're ready.
Okay. All right. When you guys are ready, we'll be in the other room.
All right.
They're ready.
Legislation for tomorrow.
Good, good.
They are ready.
We are ready?
Yep.
Oh, let's get the show on the road. Are we going in there or?
We're gonna be in this room.
Okay.
I should probably clarify what the. Actually, yeah. Just to clarify, we're gonna be in the other room. I don't know if that was clear or not.
It was. We're all
Okay.
good.
All right. All good. Apologies. All right. They're aware. Let's do this. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. I feel like I'm an open buffet right now.
We tried our best. Courtesy to Barrick on that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All good. Was anybody else going to be entering?
I believe Cletus? I'm not sure he went.
Okay. I'm going to lock the door for now. Is he clocked in for keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay. We'll wait for Cornwood until he's here, unless you want to proceed. That's entirely up to you.
I'll leave that up to Captain Slacks to decide.
Okay.
One more time. Sorry, Flop. I was enjoying the food.
No, you're all good. Waiting for Cornwood right now. We can wait until he is ready. I'm gonna just kind of let you know too. This may go past the storm at this point, as long as you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I got nowhere to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pretty much just have to stop like right minutes before and then pick up following.
Yeah. And just for everybody's awareness, I do have I think Grace and I both have a court case at 3:30 that will be attending. So
Okay.
I'll have to be wrapped up by then.
Well, who's the court case for?
Michael Manx versus Desmond Troy.
Oh,
over
the
Fields
lawsuit.
and the
Wait.
Unified Police Department.
Yeah, I remember
That one,
Yeah.
I thank you for letting me know. I may actually have to show up to that for solidarity
No,
purpose.
I didn't call you Flop.
Am I requested to show up to that one?
I believe the
You are a
plaintiff
witness.
called you. Captain Slacks.
Oop.
You better be there. I'll have a warrant for your arrest.
Damn, Xavier.
Like I said, I got nowhere to go.
I know,
I'm
Captain
just
Slacks. I
teasing.
know that silence was not positive.
Not positive.
No. What do you mean? I would love to be at court at
I
3 o'clock in the
know.
morning
I
on a
know.
Friday night.
Inside-
Inside,
I'm
you
gonna-
just went.
I'm gonna
son of a
interrogate
bitch.
you for the next hour, and then you're gonna have to answer questions on the stand for me later. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's going
Rough
on? We're
day.
about to
I
question
apologize.
Captain
No,
Slack.
it's okay.
Where the hell is
Let's get the
Cornwood?
heavy stuff out the way first.
Yeah, definitely. Is Cornwood coming? Or
You
is-
good?
Yeah, hell, I was looking for where you guys went.
All good. All right.
Just a reminder. If
Damn
everyone
good
could
Cornwood.
Thank you.
silence or turn off their phones.
Oh yeah.
Put-
Yeah.
Please put them in your pockets.
Yeah.
Everyone. Cornwood, that means you too.
Already done.
Hold on, Osvaldo's calling me.
I swear to God.
Delayed.
It's even more of a
I'm
reason to
playing
turn it
them.
off.
Delayed. All right. I'm gonna go and turn on this recording. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, recording is now on. For formality purposes, I want to go around the room, introduce everybody. On the side of what would be the prosecution is going to be myself, Barrett Johnson, and Xavier Monroe. Badge number 125 for Senior Officer Flop Dugong. Badge number 107 for Barrett Johnson. Barrett, if you don't mind just stating that you're here.
I am present.
And as well for you, Xavier.
I am present as well.
Perfect. And from the defense side, could you guys all introduce yourselves and your rankings if you have them?
Grace Daniels Atlas, attorney at law.
Roman Atlas, paralegal.
Cletus Cornwood, Esquire.
And
Leonardo Slacks, Captain LSPD.
And just
Perfect.
real quickly for the recording, can we confirm that Captain Slacks is waiving all conflict for Cletus Cornwood to be here?
That is correct.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, the conflict has been waived between the two of us.
Perfect. I am going to grab my phone real quick just to state times. We are currently, is it 1:29 a.m. EST. That is going to be 02:15 local time here in the state of San Andreas. The date today is going to be March the 2nd, 2024. Do you mind if I call you Captain Slacks during this this interrogation?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'm okay with that.
Awesome. Captain Slacks, as a formality, I'm going to be advising you of your rights. At this time, Captain Slacks, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Excuse me. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you by the state at no cost, if available. Do you understand your rights as I have read them to you today?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Special Prosecutor Xavier Monroe, do you have any other questions or any other formalities you want to go through before starting?
No, I think we're set.
Perfect. Whenever you would like.
All right. Captain Slacks, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions today. Some of these are related to an incident specific that I'm thinking you are aware of that involves Captain Ruth. And some of them are more general, and some of them might be outside of that scope. So let me know if you have any issues with answering any of these questions, and we'll proceed. So Captain Slacks, how are you doing today?
You can answer that.
I'm all right.
All right. What does courage mean to you, Captain Slacks?
Relevance?
This is not a courtroom, and this is an interrogation, and I am asking questions.
Okay, then you don't have to answer that, Slacks.
Okay. What does respect mean to you, Cap Slacks?
You don't have to answer that either. You can if you want to, but you don't have to answer those.
If you wouldn't mind just answering that you don't intend to answer, at least so we can move on, that would be appreciated.
I think the lack of a comment signifies that he you can move on to the next question.
All right. What does integrity mean to you, Captain Slacks?
You can just choose if you want to answer that or not.
Integrity.
Yeah.
Integrity means a lot of things to me. One being honesty. One, standing up in what you believe in and doing the right thing as far as good morals and good actions.
Do you believe yourself to be a man of integrity?
You don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but you can.
I hope so. I hope that by my actions, people see me as a man that has integrity.
Do you preach integrity to others?
You can answer that if you want to, but you don't have to.
It's one of the core values in the LSPD.
Would you say that you hold it pretty close to your heart then?
Yes.
That is up to you. Okay.
On the date of February 24th, 2024, did you attend a meeting in the mayor's office?
Yes.
Who was present in the room during that meeting?
That's fine to answer.
Captain Slacks, Captain Turner, Captain Ruth, Mayor Maximo Thorbred, and a Shaban Thorbred.
What was the official purpose of your visit to the mayor's office that day?
If you know the answer to that, you can state it, but it's not required.
Discussion about PD matter.
What PD matter?
Ongoing issues with activity, numbers, hiring, firing, disciplinary action. Also, the PD legislation that the mayor was planning on proposing at the city council.
Okay. And that legislation was the now known as the Police Continuity Act. Is that correct?
If that's what you know it as, you can state that.
Correct.
Okay. And what was discussed regarding that particular act of legislation?
That's a pretty broad question. If you don't want to answer something that broad, you don't have to, Slacks. He can narrow that down for you.
Can you be more specific as far as what you're asking?
I'm asking for what did you discuss regarding the act? You mentioned that it came up during your conversation. So what was the discussion? What was the trending topic that you all were talking about?
There was a lot of discussion that happened during the captain's office. I mean, it being one, the issues the captains had with it is they believed that the legislation would not benefit the police department, but in fact would take everything that we built so far and take it into a completely different direction.
And are you opposed to taking it into a different direction?
Only
you
if
don't
it
have
makes
to answer that if you don't want to, but you can.
only if it makes sense. I'm all for change. I'm all for trying new things. But at the same time, it can't be at the cost of setting the police department back in time.
What about the act makes you think that it would set the police department back in time?
You don't
Well-
have to answer that if you don't want to.
I'll answer it because I think it gives you perspective on things. I think when the police department was, built up and the federal government chose the captains, they gave them a direction as far as how the PD should be built up and to build on that kind of principle as far as the core values we talked about of accountability, integrity, professionalism, and making sure that officers understand that, you have a lot of responsibility, and with a lot of responsibility comes a lot of power. And to adhere to that, to make sure that, you are the person who is a symbol of justice and you are to inspire and to be the shield at the same time for folks who are weak and vulnerable. And that's kind of the message we're trying to install in people. The captains obviously come together as a three-headed hydra to help keep the police department in check and to also hold each other accountable to have a system of checks and balances. So if one is acting out or one is, not doing the right thing, the others do hold them accountable.
How did the other captains hold each other accountable? Can you tell us more about that?
You can answer that if it's not something that's confidential within the PD SOPs.
Just like anybody else. If there's any disciplinary action, any procedures broken, you face the same music as other officers.
In the history of the newly established police department, has any captain been disciplined by the other captains?
You don't have to answer that.
Yes, I have been disciplined. Captain Turner's been disciplined, so is Captain Ruth.
I see. Somebody's radio
goodness.
still on.
That's fine. Don't worry about that.
At any point in time, did you discuss the current state of the Los Santos Police Department's relationship with the mayor's office or the city council?
Can you say that again, please?
At any
Didn't
point during the
process that.
conversation in the mayor's office, did you guys discuss the current state of Los Santos Police Department relationship with the mayor's office or the city council?
Just to clarify for my client, you're asking if during their discussion with the mayor, the relationship between the PD and the mayor was discussed?
The PD in the mayor's office or the city council. Yeah. You can break that down
Okay.
into two questions if you really want, but that's the question, yes.
Are you comfortable answering that, or do you want him to break
Yeah, I
those
mean,
questions up? Or
there was, like I said, there was discussion of the city council, discussion of legislation, discussion of hiring, firing, coverage units, recruitment, disciplining action. Folks have been suspended and fired, things like that.
Were there any conversations about the powers or authority of the city council in relation to the police department?
you can answer that if you want to.
I don't believe I have brought it up, but I believe Captain Ruth have.
Okay, and what did Captain Ruth say on that regard?
Well, I mean,
you can
that
answer if you know, but I wouldn't speculate. That's my legal advice.
I'm not going to speculate. This happened toward the very end. A lot happened before that. That's my answer.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch what you were saying there.
It happened toward the very end.
Okay, but do you remember what was said?
Paraphrasing here,
Okay.
based on what I remember and recall, something along the lines: if I don't remember. Grace, what did I tell you exactly? What is it that I told you?
Well, I don't think I can read that back to you here in this interrogation, but is he allowed to reference his notes or anything like that, guys?
I don't have an issue with him referencing his notes. We're just looking for honesty and cooperation. At this time, I want to be clear. Captain Slacks, I have no reason to believe that you are facing any charges at this moment in time. But we are gathering evidence and determining what happened and if any crime did in fact occur. So you are welcome to reference your notes. That is not an issue for me in this matter.
Absolutely. And like, keep in mind, like I said, this is paraphrasing. I believe Captain Ruth asked hypothetical question that if the city council can just vote and say they're above the PD, can the captain just vote and say they're above the city council? And I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know if that was said word for word exactly like that. I'm just going off of what I remember and recall.
Okay.
He's doing his best to cooperate.
I appreciate that. What made you think that that statement was hyperbolic?
Because she was trying to put it in light to where to try to have the mayor understand exactly how wild and crazy the legislation is from our perspective.
Okay. And the reason that you believe it's wild and crazy is simply because you think it brings the PD back in time.
We felt like it was not necessary oversight, that somebody from like the mayor's office having oversight on the PD who did not understand the intricacy of the police department and exactly what's going on to come in and make a drastic change like that would definitely cause more permanent damage to the PD long term.
Okay. Was the version of the Police Continuity Act that you were aware of at that time the same version that ultimately ended up being enacted into law, or was it different?
It was different. In fact, during the city council, it was being live edited and made as we were discussing it.
Okay. Are you able to articulate any of the changes between the two documents?
There was part about hiring and firing aspect that was amended. There's also a part where it became more of a sunset clause, meaning that it has an expiration date. And a few things that I'm not remembering exactly, but I know that the before and after was much different.
Okay. And just referencing the law quickly, I will, just because I think it's important to make sure that we're all on the same page. Part of the law reads, and you're welcome to confirm this if you'd like on your own machine there. That's not a problem. A commissioner of the LSPD is empowered to carry out the functions of the LSPD at the highest level. The commissioner of the LSPD does not answer to the mayor's office in any capacity after being selected. The commissioner nominees must consist of well-respected individuals who have reached a minimum rank of senior officer. Is this one of the amendments that happened, or was this always in there?
If you like, the email, the mayor has sent me a copy of the rough draft before this, so I can compare, if you like, between the two.
Absolutely, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I mean, I can even share it with you if you'd like to as well, but I don't.
Yes, please.
Where's my phone here?
If you could send it to either officer or myself directly, or they can get it to me, either way.
I got my phone on me if you want to forward it over.
Grace, I'll send it to you too as well, and so is Cletus. Here you go. I'll send it to you, Flop.
Thank you.
I already have it. It was
Do you have it? Okay.
because that was given to just to corroborate the story if it's the same version. I was given that legislation as well, the rough draft, the night that it was thrown together by Chief Justice Crane and the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you take a look at that, that's the first rough draft I got, and that's the one I got. I shared with the captains afterwards as well. So wait, hold on, I got a copy.
Give me just a moment to read it if you don't mind. I just want to make sure I'm up to speed with what it says.
Same. Thank you.
Let's take a look at the legislation one.
Slacks, I didn't get a copy of that. Did you text it or did you?
Yeah, I did.
Email?
I did.
You
I
texted
texted you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So reading here, it looks like I see initiation of a commissioner selection. The mayor or deputy mayor will collect names submitted by the LSPD in order to submit them to the state. Are you opposed to having a commissioner above the captains?
I mean, like I said at first, like I wasn't open to the idea because I wanted to, have a full fleshed out chain of command within LSPD. Our original idea and plan was to propose a chief and ash chief and to completely fill out the LSPD as a whole before moving on to that. And I felt like the commissioner role would be something temporarily that would come in and make some changes, and it wouldn't really continue driving on the fact of what we built in the past, but also maybe go in a different direction. And then for that to be gone after 3 months or a sunset clause to where it expires, then when that is gone, what happens afterwards? You go back to everything being normal before. So that was my concern that I had with it, is because my worry, it wasn't designed a way to help install things into the PD to complete it so it can build on that and have a strong foundation.
Okay. Has there been, since the incident, is there anything that you're aware of that has occurred or transpired between between yourself or any of the other captains and the mayor's office and or the city council?
As far as what?
That's really broad. Can we narrow that down, please? Are you looking for something specific? Are you looking
No,
for anything?
I'm asking if there's been
for...
additional conversations about this after with the mayor's office or any of the city council that occurred after the incident that occurred.
I mean, there was a lot of discussion. I mean, when we left the mayor's office, I'll be honest, I was blindsided. I was in a state of disarray. I could not process what just happened. We went there. The conversation was pretty good. The mayor introduced himself. He told us about his past, what he did, his terrorist, history, and all my conversation with him have been really positive and really good. And to have him erupt like that after Captain Ruth has proposed, hyperbole, and it just really sent my mind into disarray because I wasn't sure what the hell just happened, right? And then obviously my job was being threatened. I was told to get the fuck out, and I got a week to pack up my shit, kind of thing.
And the mayor threatened you?
Well, you said he'll have a job in a week.
Okay. Let me take you back to Captain Ruth's statement. You keep mentioning that it was hyperbole and it was hyperbolic and that she didn't mean it. How do you know that to be true?
Because at the city council it was heavily discussed. And the Chief Justice himself said it was not treason. Based on what transpired, the mayor provided his side of the story. Myself and Captain Turner provided our side of the story. And the Chief Justice agreed that it was not treason based on what transpired. We all agreed it was an unprofessional thing to say in front of in front of a mayor after what happened.
Okay. Who was present for that city council meeting?
All the city council members, myself, Captain Turner, I believe in Alex Domino, one of the city clerks, Cletus Colward. Not missing anybody? I believe that was who was present. Obviously, the city council being the mayor, deputy mayor, Dr. Cantor, Etta Hawthorne.
Of course. Was
Chief
anybody
Justice
from
Crane?
the council missing?
No.
Okay. We'll just handle it that way. That's fine. You don't have to name all those 8 people. How did you react to Captain Ruth's statement?
Are you asking at the time or in retrospect?
Let's start with at the time.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't think much of it at the time because, like I said, the mayor was shouting a lot too as well prior to getting to that point, and I was more concerned that, we're going the opposite direction, and instead of working together with the mayor's office, we're here shouting and fighting each other, and we're being kicked out. And he mentioned how it was treason at the beginning when she said something like that, and called us treasonous captains, and he wanted Ruth arrested. And I was like, oh, she's just trying to raise a hypothetical scenario regarding what is happening to give perspective and how it could be or could be perceived in such a way to where other officers might see it that way, or how it's being perceived, I guess. So that was my thought process behind it.
Okay. So, did you take any actions or discuss any plans following Captain Ruth's suggestion to take over the council? Did you guys talk about that at all?
Are you asking that night or afterward?
I'm asking if there was any discussions at all about it.
If they're not privileged, you're welcome to mention what you said. But if you don't remember what other people said, I don't recommend speculating.
So I can tell you, in the halls, I was in disarray, and I was asking what just happened. What the hell just happened? How do we deal with something like this? What just happened? Or do I go and get ready to pack my stuff? What do we do, right? And that was kind of the questions I was bringing up. I know Captain Turner and Captain Ruth were talking as well, but obviously in the halls, at first, I was just thinking about what the fuck just happened, right? My mom went somewhere else completely. Not until afterwards, when we got close to the staircase, we started talking more about what just transpired.
Okay. What was the context of the conversation between the captains that you're referring to?
Pretty simple. I said, being the same is no better. I brought up the point of, hey, we got to be mature about this. That's what I remember saying. We got to be mature and respectful about this. We got to find a way to work with the man. That was kind of my thought process all the time. We cannot stoop down to that level. We can't be immature. We can allow, what happened at Captain Office to leave and stay in the police department. That was kind of my thought process doing the whole thing.
Okay. You mentioned that everyone was shouting at each other. What was Captain Ruth's demeanor when she made that statement?
She was flabbergasted by the comments that Mayor was making, and that's why she kind of just brought that up. And like I said, it was not okay to bring up, right? It was not okay to bring that up in the meeting because it did come off unprofessional. It did come off questioning, like the authority of the city council, right? So, but that was not the intention. It was more being said in a way to make people realize, well, hell, if this could happen, could this happen too?
Mm-hmm. Did she seem heated when she made that comment?
You can answer that if you want to, but if you're not sure of how she was feeling, you don't have to.
I can't speculate on that. I'll be honest. Because I don't want to say one thing and then she might say something else. I think I'll leave a question for her. She knows her body best and how she feels. So I'm going to deflect to Captain Ruth as far as that's
all right. Well, then I'll just ask about the way that she said it. did it come off as somebody who was irritated at that time?
You can give your opinion on how it came off if you want to.
Yes, my opinion a little bit for sure. Agitated.
Angry?
I wouldn't say angry because she was not shouting. I had to tell the mayor to stop shouting multiple times.
Was there any conversations had over the phone or in text message about that situation?
You're more than welcome to go through my phone and give you full consent.
Okay.
I would have to pull up and go through it. But I know we spoke at Mission Pretty afterwards.
If you are willing to consent, then I have no issue with that. My preference would be that you hand over your phone to either Officer Flop or Officer Barrick and allow them to go through it. They can bring to me what they find, but I think that would be fine by them to go through that, document that.
My only stipulation and concern on that I'm going to ask is I do believe for formality purposes, we should also be submitting a record search. If that is something that we need to do, my only question is due to the fact of who is being questioned regarding this investigation, who would be the one to be able to approve that?
He was an assignment.
Yeah,
So
things
I
of a
think-
sensitive nature.
I think that Flop, is your concern that you don't want to see anything that's privileged, confidential from the captains to other captains?
I'm trying
Not
to.
privileged, confidential is what I'm getting at.
This could definitely be spoken about after, but more or less for the recording, I want to avoid conflict of interest. If there is potential conflict for the signage of that.
Okay. With consent, we do not need a subpoena.
Okay.
We are covered, and the consent is on recording, so we have that. We can talk afterwards if you'd like, but if your ask is for me to go through it just because you don't feel comfortable or don't want to be aware of,
I just don't recall
potentially some
what was
discussion.
text. I don't recall what
No,
phone
I
calls.
understand.
And I would rather just
No.
take a look at the evidence yourself.
Yeah, we're just in a unique position, Captain Slacks, where we have subordinate officers who are also investigating, right? And if there's things that you might not want them to see that would be better for only my eyes, I can certainly take a look at that.
Oh, no. I mean, my phone only has basically conversations from just civilians and officers.
Okay.
Nothing really sensitive on it.
Okay, perfect. So either Flop or Barrick, if one of you want to take the phone into custody,
I'll go and grab that.
offering consent. Thank you.
Okay.
You might see some pictures on there, though. Do not judge me.
What?
Well, I mean, if they're not in the text messages, they won't come up. The consent is
right.
only
Please,
for
y'all-
your
y'all,
text
please.
We're not-
messages.
we're
Please
not-
And your
don't judge the
records.
pictures, y'all. Can we move on?
What is it? Yours, Cornwood?
They're pictures of
Just
court.
sitting.
Wait.
Captain Slacks, do you have
Wait,
a
what?
relationship with one Cletus
What?
Cornwall
I
that's
don't.
outside of work?
I do not.
Damn, I wish
I
this
think
wasn't
we-
confidential.
We should probably pause there on that note.
Mhm.
Okay. You know what? That might be a good spot to break.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's
We'll
a good.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack there. That.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
no,
gonna be on
I
my
was
mind
I
for
was
a
talking
while.
about that
is-
photo of Duncan. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of Duncan pictures on my phone, and then I
What
can
the
I can tell you on a recording we're not in a
I mean, is he
relationship.
like your son? I could, similar hairstyle.
Absolutely not. I will
Oh
not take
my.
that adoption.
That is a
fraud,
valid.
Okay?
Okay, all right. That's
Oh my
fair.
goodness, Captain
Just-
Slacks.
Just for the record, real quick, just so it's clear, I'm going to be pausing the recording as we do have some weather coming in. The recording will pick up afterwards. We are ending the recording at 06:53 local time, 1:57 a.m. EST.
And are we resuming then, in fact, after the storm?
What was
Yes,
that?
as soon
Yes.
as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, we actually have sleeping bags in here now. So if y'all want to
Yeah.
just park it real quick in the next
I'm gonna
minute or
sleep in
so.
the chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can sleep in
Yeah,
the chair, that's
sounds good.
fine. The complimentary, courtesy of the LSPD for you.
Yeah, and I do want to
Perfect.
just go ahead and while we're waiting here, appreciate you coming to talk to us, Captain Slacks, and appreciate your candor during the conversation. And we just have a few more questions, a couple more things that we want to cover, and we'll get back to it after the storm. So
Yeah, I mean, happy to help. I do apologize if I don't give you all the details you're looking for because, like I said, this happened at roughly 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I've never seen the mayor erupt the way he did. I wish y'all were there. I wish there was a recording of what happened. I think. No, I don't think I know. It felt like a volcano just erupted. That's what it felt like.
Wait, you never heard about that with the mayor before?
I've not seen him get that angry. That was the first time I've had an interaction with him where he's gotten that angry.
Oh, angry. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Siobhan talks about him erupting all the time.
Okay.
That's a different kind of
All right,
eruption.
That is not on the recording.
All right,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
I'm kind of with Slacks
hey,
now.
go ahead.
I think this is a good time to,
Yeah. break real quick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go sleep in the corner.
Good night, y'all.
Can we sleep in the same corner?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, see you in about
Wait.
5 minutes.
I prefer
Wait, I'm gonna
body
cuddle
heat. You know what I mean?
Cornwood, I'm coming to color you hard.
All right, hurry. We're about to run out of time. Hurry. Actually, I'm going now.
Okay.
All right.
5, 4, 3.
All right, great. Dude. I can't talk much during the interrogation because my recording is going to be the one that's going. Ooh, this is good. This is good. I'm so excited. Oh, God. You guys excited? You guys got questions? There's a lot that I haven't disclosed or talked about with this. There's a lot that I'm working on behind the scenes with this. So I'm just, Chad, I have a question. I do have a question. How do we feel about carrot cake? This is very important to what I want to disclose and talk about. Do you have a different mic? No, not at all. Well, unfortunately, you're all wrong on your answer, except for Jenny. If your answer was not tit rocks, then you're wrong. I apologize. I will say my going live tweet today was fucking great, but yeah, anyway. I don't know. Xavier versus Ruth is going to be so fucking good. It's going to be great. I'm excited, man. Listen, this is a lot to do in character, but I genuinely from all parties, I love this shit. This is like the fact that we get the opportunity to be the ones to do this is like kind of exciting. This is it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Oh, man. If you guys are new, happen to be enjoying your stay, definitely hit the follow button. I'd love to see you all come back. We are pushing for 50,000 followers this year. I am almost guaranteed. We are on track right now, and I can't thank everyone enough for that. I will say as well, too, I do want to make note on the level of support. What was I going to say? I'm drawing a blank. On the level of support, I want to thank both, again, Han and Rusty Dawns for both the 25 gifted subs each. Y'all are fucking amazing. You're just absolutely incredible. Does Flop think that there is a case? That's a difficult question to answer because I don't actually know what happened in that room. I have avoided all meta about it. I've avoided all information about it. Specifically because I don't want to know and I don't really care. You know what I mean? I'm not here to find that out and try and seek it. I want to work as neutrally as possible. So what Slacks is saying is the first time I'm actually hearing information about it, which is for me the most exciting part of it. I don't ever get to hear the side. So I'm very excited to kind of hear about what is to be brought, I guess, about this. That's what makes this shit so exciting. Do I think there's a case? I mean, I wouldn't. I'll say this much: I wouldn't be here right now with Flop investigating unless we didn't think that there was a chance there could be a case. But that doesn't mean that there is a case. Oh, damn. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but we are over 500 subs again. Thank you, dudes. I appreciate it. Fucking boosting us. God damn. Thank you, dudes. All right. So we're going to jump right back into the recording. I can't talk much during the interrogation. Obviously, you know, I'll do my best to thank subs and stuff like that, but I'm trying to be as quiet as possible during the interrogations because I don't want there to be any interference for the recording. Because if this were to go to trial, I don't want there to be a lot of, you know. I got the timestamp just in case. Jenny, I'll let you know that that recording right there is gonna need to get highlighted, which I do appreciate tremendously. RP comes first. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, don't tell me this room's invisible, please. I want to fucking deal with this shit again. Oh, it's not looking good, dudes. Please. No, dude. Come on, man. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Sleeping in the PD is a fucking nightmare. But yeah. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. You guys enjoy the interrogation so far? Hack of the wall, it will fix? Really? Fuck, I didn't know that. Okay, that's actually good to know. All right. Appreciate that. All right. Hello? Captain Slacks?
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yep. Okay, I was just making sure.
Give me one second.
All right. I would just make clear on the note here, just literally nobody enter.
So,
Hi, Belle.
with that being said, I woke up there. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, get out.
No,
Okay,
no,
sorry.
no, you're fine. Jesus.
Go,
Oh my
leave,
God.
Be gone.
That good?
Yeah.
You guys gonna roll on who cuts Ruth? Well, here's the thing: is that everyone thinks that there's a case. We think that there's enough evidence to perceive that there could be a case, but we don't have. We're not gonna just arrest Ruth and bam, bada bing, bada boom, good to go. You know what I mean? There's gonna be more to it. But yeah. Oh, somebody earlier posted this clip. I want to see this. I want to see this.
I believe the
You
plaintiff
are a
has
witness.
called you.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
You better be there. I'll have a warrant for your
Ya
arrest.
kharabi.
Damn. I believe the
Tell me I'm fucking wrong. I said no questions asked. That man just lost his fucking mind with his silence. I know there was an internal scream.
You are a witness.
I predicted that. Oh, right. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that wonderful? Oh, God, man.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
You better be there. I'll have a warrant for your
Ya
arrest.
kharabi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're fucked. Good luck. Captain Slacks,
Yes, sir.
this is not part of the recording. I just need to make an honest statement. Deep down, I knew your silence was not full positivity. Deep down, I fucking knew.
You likes going to court.
Listen, I was gonna go in solidarity. My day was supposed to be short. I'm extending that out too.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect to have court an hour and a half. Almost 4 o'clock in the morning at night.
I mean, I'm sure you could ask and just say, "Hey, could you just run through me first so I can get the hell
I mean,
out
I
of
can
here?"
stay up. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I just wanted to maybe go home, watch me a movie or something, you know?
What movie you watching?
I'm not sure.
You know what I started watching and I'm not a fan of, but I can't stop watching? You ever watch
What is that?
Suits?
Yeah, Suits is pretty good.
I'm not a
like Suits-
fan.
The first 4 seasons are pretty solid. After that, it just gets kind of eh.
I mean, I don't know. When I watch the show, everyone like hypes it up as like it's a really good show. It's great. You learn a lot. And then when you watch it, I feel like all the actors just feel very not organic. It feels very forced, like forced lawyer like story. And I just don't like it. I don't know.
I think the beginning, sure, it takes a while to get hooked on it, right? But once you're hooked, you're hooked. You either love it or hate it.
Give me 1 second. Hello?
Hi, Captain Slacks.
Look.
No.
Holy shit.
This is not Captain Slacks. I
Hey,
apologize.
Flop. Sorry about that. No, I guess I have his
Her
number
channel
saved here
phone.
incorrectly.
No,
but
you have the right number. I forgot that.
Oh.
I mixed up
you
my
have
phones.
his phone.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know I'm back here in the lobby at MRPD. I had to go. I didn't
where's
wake up
my
here because I had to
connection?
go back and sign in at City Hall to get paid.
I'll have Barrett grab you real quick. You're at the
All
front
right.
or you're at the back door.
I'm in the lobby, but I can go to the back door if that's easier.
Whichever you want. If you're at the front, I'll have Barrett come up and grab you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Bye,
Bye.
Flops.
Damn, Slack. Your job sucks.
Wait, what happened?
I got your phone by accident, so I'm getting phone calls for you right now.
Who's calling you?
Your attorney. Barrett, could you go get? Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I see.
Wait, why didn't you go to bed here?
No, she did.
Oh, okay. Hey, look at
I'm not going to. No.
No, look at the email. Look at the email I sent you. Look, I sent one
Hold
to
on.
Derek too. Oh, she has to sign in again. It's so obnoxious. Xavier needs to sign in too. Yeah, check that thing out.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see a fucking dolphin, but that's great.
Oh no, that was that was raised in it was a dolphin that was It was beached as a child, and we went and we nursed it back to health, and